So, in today's regards, we're reacting to all the Ultra animations here, like, not really animations that in-game, but the art animation, right? Well, the ink animation. And I'll be ranking, like, you know, from Z, Z+, all the way to, like, you know, E, or whatever the grade tier list is. And we'll go from there, right? So, I guess what we'll do, like, how we'll do it is we'll go from the first Ultra all the way to the latest one, right? So, obviously, we have the Super Saiyan Goku here. Let's have a quick look. I mean, his animation was pretty insane when he first dropped. I remember, like, in the reveals and stuff, like, everyone was going absolutely insane over him. Like, to be honest, even though it's still a very old animation, like, this is still easy, like, to me, probably Z or Z+. Like, it's very high up there, right? So, even his art style here is, like, really good. I hope he gets a Zenkai soon. I don't know if they are going to do Zenkais with Ultras, but hopefully he'll be the first one. So, who we got next? We should have Vegeta next. So, Vegeta, they did sort of... I don't know, to me, they sort of went down a little bit here. Like, he's definitely got cool animations here and there, but to me, it's not quite as impactful as what Super Saiyan Goku's one was. Still very good, but I'm going to rate it maybe at a B or C tier. And then we should have, yeah, Omega left, so this should be the last free play one. So, Omega was a little bit better, as you can see here. You know, a bit more, I guess, fluent on the animation and that. Still really clean in that. And I think that's why I probably rate it a little bit higher than Vegeta. But, I mean, still very good, right? Like, I'm pretty sure there might only be, like, maybe one or two I don't like, but we'll have a look. So we've got Super Gogeta here as well. I mean, this is obviously the first Summonable Ultra, and they absolutely cooked with this animation, right? Even in this little part here, we got like little sparkles here. Colored animation, yet again. Like, they just... Legends absolutely cooks with these Ultra animations, so that's why I'm very excited when they drop more. Mainly because animations, I mean, even the in-game animations they've cooked with, but... I actually can't remember Kaiki and Goku's one. I think this one was pretty clean as well. I think that's one of the most important things to me, which ranks them highly, is depending on how fluent and clean it looks, right? Because you could have some animations that look like really janky, sort of slow, sluggish, but if they're really nice and fluent, it makes it feel a lot smoother, right? So this Goku here, yet again, maybe... I don't know, because with tier list it's very hard. I'm thinking maybe A, like with Shenron as well. I think probably A tier I'm going to put them at. Gogeta, I'm leaning more towards S. S or Z. I'll do the final one at the end. So Super Vegeta here, to be honest, they, yet again, very fluent here. All the poses very good. I'm actually not sure how they draw this sort of animation. I mean, it must be pretty hard to draw. But yet again, also fluent. And even the overall art style here, probably is still, like, just this part of the art style, to me, easy still, like, top 5 arts in the game sort of thing, right? He's just so, so majestic with the art. Who we have next? So we have Broly next. So Broly, yet again, this part here, they sort of had to cook fairly well. Like the, what do you call, like, awakening crack screen. And as you can see, they did it fairly well, especially this part here. Like, you can tell how much detail they put into it to get that sort of crack right sort of thing. But I think the only negative, I would say, is that part at the end. We'll have a look at it again. And that sort of explains also about how, like, this is all very fluent. You know, like, it all runs into each other sort of thing on the animation-wise. But then when you get to the part where it gets to the pose, which you're about to see in a minute, you can sort of see it, like, glitches a little bit. It's not quite as fluent. But I think that's only because Broly's arms in this state here don't, like, sort of bounce up and down. They're sort of just, you know, firm sort of thing. So I guess that's probably more affecting on that part there. But yet again, very good. So we have Gogeta here next. Usually fusions, they obviously cook a lot. I think, to me, making more of the colored, like the colored part of the ink animation is a lot better. Depending, right? Because like this part here cooks, so if that was just black and white, this wouldn't really affect as much. But with that blue there, it really sort of, you know, what's the word, like brightens it up sort of thing on the animation. So it was definitely a good choice to bring in colors, but I guess depending on the animation, the colors might not fit as well. So like, even in this, like, Hits one here to me wasn't really that good. Like, it has some cool effects, but I don't know, I think on that screen crack, we'll have it again, but I think on the screen crack there, not this part, so about here somewhere, right? They should probably have put the crack, yeah, right there. Make that a coloured scene, and I think that would have popped out a lot more. Like, the only colour part's his eyes, which I guess makes sense. He's an assassin, they try to sort of make him look like little sneaky sort of thing. But I think more colour in the animation would have been a lot better, right? So I think hits one's probably going to be one of the lowest ones, probably Vegeta's tier, I reckon. The same, yeah, same tier as Vegeta. Gogo Black's on, if I remember correctly, they cooked here as well. Yeah, that is... I mean, I don't obviously see their animations every day, so I can't really remember everyone. But even, like, this little touches, like, again, if I added, like, the colour here is really good. But I think if I added the colour on the blade, so we'll have a look at it again, when the blade sort of... I guess I could have added it here, but right this part here, if I added, like, the colour here, effects sort of like the purple sort of pinkish or rose sort of colour, I think that would have, like, yet again, made it more vibrant to look at sort of thing. And would have made the animation, like, overall look very, like, really good, right? But still, very good animation. Kid Buu, I can't remember how good this one was. Yet again, this one's, as you can see, a little bit janky. But the animation still looks good overall. It's just... You know what I mean, right? It's not quite as fluent as the others. Like, it looks semi-rushed. Like, some parts look good. Some parts are like, yeah, just quickly get it done sort of thing. But it's not bad, right? I wouldn't say it's like Vegeta's tier, like that sort of low quality tier. But even here, right, they should have made Buu, you know, move a bit. The only part of him that does move is like, I don't know what you call it, the head antenna, what do you want to call it? That's the only real part that moves. His arms move a tiny bit, but more of his body needs to move on the after shot here to sort of make it more bring in. Same with Hit, right? Hit was very standstill sort of thing. So we got Vegeta Blue here as well. Let's have a look. Like, yet again, some spots they could add more color, and I think that would make it more... I don't know the word I'm looking for, but yet again, make it more vibrant. But they do add color here and there. Like this part, yet again, very good to add color. But just some parts have added a little bit of color. They don't have to have the whole thing colored, because I get, you know... Like, for example, the Potara earrings there, they could have made like a yellow. And then maybe coloured them in as well, like Goku and Vegeta. And they would have like sort of drawn the attention in sort of thing. So, it's very hard because I guess, you know, they don't want to put too much, you know, effort into colouring and all that if you're not going to see the animation as much. But, I don't know, it's just a little things to me. I mean, still very good, like very high tier for Vegeta, but, you know what I mean, right? Just to me, it would affect it more, just a little bit more colour. So let's have a look at Super Janinbas, right? Same thing, I think Super Janinba was, as you can see, it looks good, but it needs to be a little bit more fluent to me to sort of make it fit in, and it wasn't quite as long as the others. This animation at the end here, though, yet again, he's not moving, he's just very standstill. It's just, it needs to be more, you know, more attention-seeking sort of thing to sort of make you go, yeah, this is really cool sort of thing. But, yet again, it's not quite horrible, but... Now, obviously I'm going to be a little bit biased, but UI Goku to me is definitely incredibly well. I'm probably going to have to put this to Z+. Just because of all the animations, how fluent it is, all that sort of stuff. You know, the eye opens up. You know, very fluent, right? I mean, I guess the only part that I will pick on, because I did with Broly, is the last bit of animation, right? So when we get to the eye part, you can sort of see, yes, it makes sense when he opens up, because that's what happens when he goes Ultra Instinct, right? But it doesn't quite fit in with the, like, the background art. So I guess it does, because it sort of just quickly zooms back out to, like, his pose here. So I guess it does make a little bit of sense, but maybe they should have slowed it down or something that could have maybe, like, maybe help their influence on the zoom. So let's have a look at Gohan's on right here. Gohan's on is very smooth yet again. I guess with some of these it's very hard for them to sort of impact it as well as I have. Like this moment here, obviously I had to make sure the crack and that was perfect. And then, as you can see, it's very fluent with the crack. You know, how much he's like awakened sort of thing. Even the hair here and like the eye detail, like the what do you call it? Tears of joy, tears of anger. probably Tears of Anger. But you can see like they put a lot more animation into Gohan. Obviously because I knew, like everyone says Gohan Ball Legends. So as you can tell, they have put a lot more effort into sort of making that big effect onto him, which I do like, right? So he's definitely probably up with Z+ as well, probably up with like UI Goku. Golden Frieza, if I remember correctly, his animations were cool, but they weren't like, super impactful. But yet again, it's very fluent. Even this part here, it's still fluent, even though like the camera shot like staggers around. It still fits into the theme of, even that shot there. I guess it does. I mean, how could they have done that better? Maybe speed up the last part. Because like all here's very fluent, so I'm probably gonna put this as Z tier as well. Like you can see what I mean, right? It's not jagged like Vegeta's one or stuff like that. It's very fluent with the animation itself, which is what I really like. Because even like the hand part there, like yes, it makes sense on the pose here, but maybe they could have like turned the last part of his angle, in the ink animation to sort of make it actually fit the hand part right. But very good still, right? So last one, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So yet again, they cooked. Obviously, they are an ultra, not ultra. They are anniversary units, so they had to make sure they were absolutely spot on. Yet again, they could have added a little bit more color here and there. This pose here, absolutely incredible though. It makes a lot of sense, obviously, from how it was. The eyeshadow there. And you can see that, to me, that runs a lot better on the animation, how it sort of pulls back to the character. And to me, that's very effective, right? Because it makes a lot of sense in the animation. Like, I'm not I'm not a huge person that edits animations. I do, like, edits for wallpapers and that. But I do, I guess, have a lot of experience with assets and that. So when I see an asset sort of makes sense and pull back on that shot like it did, it's just very fluent, which is enjoyable to see, right? Even with, like, the talking and that, very fluent. Fusion, very fluent again. They could have added a little bit more color here and there. Maybe the sparks just added like the yellow sort of color, and it would have made a lot of sense, right? So yeah, that's the full list. I'll quickly like show it up now, show the full list what I got, and yeah, as the end of today's video, guys. What I'll probably do is I'll try and see if I can actually make a little tier list guide, and I might have to put that make a preset video. I'll get used to it, like, or react, or just put it in the comment section below if you agree with what I did. Or if you think I should have put one unit higher than the other, should have dropped the unit to another tier. And yeah, if you guys like this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.